Hello, this is William McKissock with Scully Mitchell. And as you know, we're an expense reduction consulting company that likes to promote other businesses on social media for nothing. We like to promote other businesses and help them get a startup, get a little bit of eyeballs on their business for free. And it's one of my passions as well as the franchise that I work with, Scully Mitchell. And today I have with me Tara Murphy, who owns Tara Murphy Leadership, and it's an executive coaching and leadership development company. Welcome to the show, Tara.
Hi, William. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolute pleasure. So, for the viewer of this video, give us a flavour of like who you are, kind of like where you come from, and how you ended up in this role of being the owner of your own company that provides executive coaching.
Well, thank you. So I had the great opportunity to have a career in the credit union industry, specifically Achieva Credit Union, who's headquartered here in Dunedin, Florida. And I was able to start there as a night computer operator and actually work my way through the organization through multiple roles until getting to the COO role and the CIO role. And that was an exciting adventure in and of itself. But what I learned through that process is my favorite part of climbing that leadership ladder was all the people I got to help along the way to build their careers and maybe even get into positions that they never thought they could attain. And so after years of being at the credit union, I really started wanting to give back more in that way. And so I decided to start my own business focused on doing exactly that.
That's fantastic because, as you said in your story, you're helping people the way you were helped to climb the corporate ladder and be better at your job. So that's amazing that you're now delivering that as a service. If you want to reach out to Tara, you can see her details underneath her portion of the video, email address, phone number, website. Go ahead and reach out to her. So Tara, tell us a little bit about the executive coaching and leadership development. Obviously, you give us a flavour there. Tell us a little bit more kind of detail as to what you actually do.
So my focus with executive coaching and leadership development, honestly, my target market is kind of that vice president, director, or new executive. I find that to be an area where when you get there, you've generally gotten there because of the ability for you to do your job, your technical skills in whatever line of business that you're in. But sometimes you don't get that support and the tools you need to figure out the dynamics of going from a peer to a leader or the politics of just the C-suite in general. And so my coaching is based in emotional intelligence. And just a little fun fact, I have grown up with horses, riding horses, training horses, and they are the masters of emotional intelligence. And I found through my leadership career that emotional intelligence was paramount in my ability to lead teams, and especially lead teams through change. So that's what I base my coaching and leadership development on today. And I mainly focused in the credit union space, having special offerings for them, but I am open and willing and excited to work with any companies out there.
Yeah, I mean the horse thing, I get that because as you know, I've done a bit of horse riding myself, and I understand that horses are amazing animals and you can learn a lot from them. I also know that other companies and other organizations have used horses to help people from all walks of life get on in life. So that's an amazing fact that you're using some knowledge from your personal life through your career development to help people. As you say, they jump into jobs and they're good at their job, but there's some support that's lacking there. That's amazing. So where do you do this? Are you doing it in Florida? Because I know you're fairly new and starting out on your own to do this. So do you do it in Florida, all over the country? Where do you operate from or to?
Right now, I'm mainly in the Tampa Bay and Orlando areas, but I'm open to take my show on the road as well. Not sure I can bring a horse with me, but you never know.
Yeah, well, you can bring that knowledge of the horse with you into your business coaching. So what does a kind of day in the life look like? Okay, you're working with an executive coach, a new C-suite person who's been put into a role and they need some help to kind of adjusting to their position in their job. What does a day in the life look like for you as the coach and the person that you're coaching?
Well, it kind of depends on which type of initiative they want to do with me, if it's one-on-one coaching or a retreat for themselves or their teams. But again, my specialty is navigating change. I've led a lot of transformational change throughout my career. I've also had a lot of personal change. I'm a cancer survivor. That kind of flipped things on its head. And I learned that you can be worried about change or you can really thrive through change. So I like to work with my clients and find out what is the thing that is most daunting to them. And a lot of times that's change or something they don't feel that they can control. But if you can really figure out what triggers you with change, that's where the emotional intelligence comes in. And then figure out your strategy, which I personally use, and adapt, align, and advance methodology, which I teach throughout my coaching. And if you can deal with those changes or those challenges, you can find a way to make those opportunities or to at least not be hindered by them, but learn to grow and thrive throughout them. And that's really my focus with all of my clients, and to give them whatever support they need to be able to get there and be that great leader that they want to be for their teams.
Fantastic. So if you're watching this video and you are going through a period of change in a leadership role, Tara will help you embrace that change and move forward and become a better person in your job, as well as personal and business. So Tara, as a new person growing your business, you have a big event coming up. Tell us about the big event that you have.
I do. I'm very, very excited. So again, I come from the credit union industry. So I've launched a subset of my business as the Credit Union Leadership Lab. And I'm excited that we will be hosting our first ever Harnessing Change retreat at the Marriott Sand Key Resort on beautiful Clearwater Beach, June 19th and 20th.
Fantastic. So listen to this. You'll see the details in the post when this gets posted on social media. Reach out to Tara. She's having an event. She's launching a new business. And as you can see, she brings so much knowledge and detail to the business of coaching executive leaders and helping them develop in their new roles. Tara, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. This has been an education for me as well, because obviously I've been in business a long time, but it's amazing to hear that there's somebody like you out there that can help people in business thrive through that changing period.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be with you today, William.
My pleasure too. Thank you. I'll now hand it over to Dave for the weather.